with money comes responsibility.
Right.
Because with money also comes power. So now you have to be responsible. So what happens is, again, you giving a kid who Shador wasn't making $4.5 million last year. His father makes $6 million a year. He's making 1.5 less than his father makes. Mm-hmm. So at that point, that dynamic, I mean, granted, that dynamic's a little bit different because of the father-son dynamic there. But again, a Caleb Williams and a Travis Hunter, these niggas are making $3 million a year. I don't think and they're still in high school. I mean, they're still in college. I'm just asking, should it be limited? Should it be maybe stipend? Because you might be setting them up for more failure than you are helping them.
I agree.
They can
sensitivity so separately.
That's a question for you too, T.
No.
I feel
no.
Or do you think it make it better? Do it make it worse or better? Or it doesn't change anything?
In today's world, I think it makes.
Yeah, I'm talking about for them today.
I think
does
it
change
makes
anything. Yeah, it's everything in there.
It's more of.
I'll be at work.
It's
snacked up.
It's a I don't know. It's a double-edged sword, kind of. It's good for them as far as like you know what I mean, net worth, building a brand, whatever. But it's also nowadays everything's social media based. Back in the day, you had the OGs that had you like, nah, you focus on what you need to focus on. We gonna handle this, or we dip. They ain't even allow the athletes to get even near the streets or near guns and all of that, bro. Like they don't everything. They control it themselves. They control their social medias, and then they got people who just want to be breadwinners, and then it's on to the next kid.
But outside of like the bullshit, like outside of like the Mikey Williams shit, but just the NIL deals in and of themselves. Like you got Shador right now, $4.6 million. Mm-hmm. Caleb Williams, 3.2.
Yes.
Travis Hunter, 2.5 and shit like that a year.
Yes. And I just like it because if you have the talent or the notoriety to build up this type of a fan base that's willing to pay into you, into your brand, why should that be blocked? Why should anybody be in the way of that?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
should it not be blocked? Should it be limited? Or maybe given a certain amount at a time? Or is that
like stipend to them?
Yeah, is that I'm just asking.
I mean,
because giving
that's not something
giving a 19-year-old $5 million and still saying you'll go to college.
Tough. I think it should be I think it should be mandatory to take like financial and advisory and mentorship.
If you get an NIL,
when
for
you
sure.
in the NBA, like they have that. Like when you coming in, especially if you're like a top pick or something, they have those advisors.
Because with the NIL, you have to go to college now. Like that's almost like
name, image, likeness. Nah. Name, image, likeness.
So I don't gotta go to your college. That's part of it all. For me, like, I don't feel like college, and this is with basketball, because other sports is different. Football, I do think you should play at least 2 years of college football before you go, because it's you know what I mean?
Different
it's different
speed, different strength.
Yeah. The size difference is ridiculous.
But basketball, if you 17 and you playing in the gyms with these elite people and you holding your own, you know what I mean? You can play here.
Probably get jump shot.
I mean, if you can go across the country, I mean, you can go across the water and kill somebody at the age of 18, you should be able to come here and play basketball.
You got to think about it. Dude, you had mad dudes in the past who came out, that LeBron, the KGs, the Dwight, like the dudes that came in the league young, Kobe, you know what I'm saying, and cooked up. And it's a different league now. It's not nearly as physical. Kids in high school be jumping as high, mad athletic, just like dudes in the league. So I feel like they should be able to come out for real.
And I'm not saying I'm not even arguing they should be able to come straight from high school. What I'm saying is I don't think college should be the only way in. And for a long time it was. It was like college or overseas.
No, it's a fact. But now you got the G League and shit like that. But football don't got another option. But I'm sticking on the money side of it, right? Because I think with money comes responsibility.
Right.
Because with money also comes power. So now you have to be responsible. So what happens is, again, you giving a kid who Shador wasn't making $4.5 million last year. His father makes $6 million a year. He's making 1.5 less than his father makes. So at that point, that dynamic, I mean, granted, that dynamic's a little bit different because of the father-son dynamic there. But again, a Caleb Williams and a Travis Hunter, these niggas are making $3 million a year, and they're still in high school. I mean, they're still in college. I'm just asking. Should it be limited? Should it be maybe stipend? Because you might be setting them up for more failure than you are helping.
I agree.
They're gonna blow this money. They can do something dumb with this money. They're gonna go get a fast car that they don't need and crash out. Like you're.
But it's unfortunate that we automatically are assuming that there's a disconnect with the parents and the parents haven't, because that's not everybody. Everybody not gonna mess that money up. Everybody you feel what I'm saying? So,
I feel like once you're 18 anyway.
It's on you. But I'm saying is what happens is, all right, we give these kids, we give a kid from the hood because he's fast, can jump high, he's strong. We give him $3 million and go to college, right? You're already going to college for free, and we give you $3 million, right? When you was at home, you was smoking all the weed in the world that you wanted, right? But now you got all the money that you could have ever imagined. You're gonna smoke 10 times more weed. You're gonna drive a fast. There's gonna be more shit, and you away from your parents
because you can buy it.
So, but without the exorbitant amount of money, because again, let's say you still get the $5 million, but they only giving you $100,000 a year for the year, right? That's $2,000 a week. You in college, you're not paying for nothing because you're here on scholarship. So $2,000 a week should be enough. And then when you get out of here, you get the rest of the bread or something along those lines.
No,
because
I agree.
When you start to give these niggas all of this money at once,
because even $2,000 a week is a lot of money.
I think it should come with the credentials of a student athlete. Like you have to go to tutoring and have this, or you have to have a certain amount of grades. So in that deal, I'm thinking
y'all still connecting it to school, like he said.
Because I don't have to go to school just because I got the NIL.
No, I was saying like if you got that deal, it should come with a financial advisor. You should have to take this type of course. I think they didn't do that when they made the NIL. They didn't do that. Right? It should be mandatory.
Get these niggas money, and they didn't really think that because Again, I'm with them getting paid. I want them to get paid. I want NCAA football to come back. The game, I still have 13 and 14 for the regular Xbox that I played today. So I want that to come back, and I want them to get paid. But I know what money does. And when you're walking around with millions of dollars, it's one thing to walk around with a couple $100,000. Yeah. When you're walking around with millions of dollars every year for 3 years, by the time you graduate college, you could have $10 million in the bank. That could be scary.
They should put them on a spending limit in college,
like a stipend. That's what I'm saying.
They should have a financial advisor. You should have to maintain a certain GPA.
Yeah, or it gets pulled or something. I mean, I know what you say because you say this nigga's connected to school.
No, but that's I don't have to go to school at all.
I know, but if
I could be in high school, earn this money, get this NIL.
But if you committed to a school, is what I'm saying.
But that's actually different though. Because if you don't go to school, then it's not really NIL.
Copy.
Because at that point, then you're just your brand.
Yeah.
Because the NIL is name, image, and likeness for the school. Because at that point, you're your own person. So your name, image, and likeness is yours anyway if you don't go to school. So I don't think the NIL counts for them. So if we keep it on school, I think you got to fall within a certain guideline because that's scary, bro.
Going to school.
Because that's a shit ton of, and again, I want them to get paid. Get paid. Young niggas get paid.
Here's the other part too. Here's the other thing that I see switching. Right, those kids that we're talking about, they're few and far between. Like the kid from the hood that get them type of deals and opportunity. These basketball players are not from the hood no more. These basketball players is from basketball families. Their godfather was in the NBA. Yeah. Like they coming from a little bit of money now. Yeah. So it ain't that same.
It ain't out the
shock
mud.
factor.
Ain't the mud for real.
Yeah, they're not coming to the hood no more looking for talent.
I'm with you, but that's mommy and daddy money. When you got that in your own bank account and you ain't got to ask them to spend it, you go get that Corvette that you know you don't need.
I think what you call
you a freshman? You can't even have a car on campus.
Deion Sanders' son got the Rolls Royce truck, bro. Like that's OD.
It's not necessary.
It's OD. Tom Brady said you need to send the same energy you put into that truck into film and being on the field
because it's not necessary.
Because he said, and then he was like, and then he said to Tom Brady, he said, "Yeah, I see you had one too." He said, "Man, mine was a rental."
And how many rings I got? It's a big difference.
I got 7 NFL rings. I'm gonna go.
And I rented that. Like, chill.
My job was a rental. I'm just saying. I could buy 10 of them.
I'm with them niggas getting paid. I was always with it, but it's just like I know, and I'm speaking because most of the people I'm thinking about are black. The white kids, they gonna come with the financial advisors from their parents and all that. Most of the time,
if they already up.
That's what I'm saying. So most of the time, niggas, and when we get a hold of some money,
you know they handing it out.
That's what they get. Even if you're not getting the millions, bro, you might be getting 500,000. You might be getting 300,000.
Mama love, depending on the relationship of the family, they might do you gritty for real.
No basketball player that's getting that much money on an NIL is staying in college for multiple years.
Well, they not. So basketball players aren't getting what football players are getting.
Yeah.
So the football players are getting the $5 million and
because they gotta stay.
Exactly. The basketball players are getting a quick meal. They getting
because you want it done.
Know they're not gonna stay. Right.
Yeah. You want it done.
But the football players, those niggas is getting $5 million a year.
Man, it'd be tough if you a bust, bro. Like dudes be coming out, they gonna be crazy. Like I thought Greg Oden was gonna be OD.
But that's where the NIL saves you. So that's why I like the NIL, because that's where it saves you. If something happens to where you don't pan out, but you was able to at least stack up $1 million while you was in college,
you better hope you put that joint.
That's what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying, though? That's my point. Because what happens if you don't make it to the league or you blow your knee out or something like that? But if you was getting a $3 million or $500,000 for 3 years, you should have $1 million in the bank. Hopefully, if you did right. That's why with the NIL, but man, that shit can get scary because
it's a lot.
We see drugs is real, and these young niggas is.
That's almost like us going to the job. I'm like, yo, I got $5 million for you right now. Just you athletic, go ahead.
Yeah, do your thing.
Free, go do your thing.
Hell no,
they gotta go out and do what they doing right now.
Exactly.
It's crazy.
Because you just giving money doesn't change you. It only enforces and enhances who you already were. Mm-hmm. That's the only difference. I ain't got too much. Yo, did you start that Xavier complex shit?
I did start it.
With the lady?
I'm on the second episode, like
that shit. Right? Bro, it's hard to watch. I ain't gonna lie, because I was watching it, bro, and it was just irritating.
Once it got deeper,
it was pissing me off.
That question at the end of the first episode, when she was like,
"Do you think
she's a murderer?" She's like, "No." Tough question. I said, "Oh."
Saute Puppy.
Steffi B in the building.
I'm just here so I won't get fined.
Sensitivity so separately.